Hello, hello, hello. I know you guys have missed me for the past 2 weeks, but I was just moving, so I know. But I'm back now. That's all that matters. And I'm here with a very, very special guest, one of my good Judies. Heavens to Betsy. How are you, baby?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm hanging in here. Just moved, just doing life.
I hear you. I hear
Life
you.
doing me.
So, real quick, you like
Mhm.
boy quick drag I did tonight?
Yes, boy, quick
My
drag.
boy fantasy.
How long did it take for you to do that?
I'm what time is it? I'm gonna say this took me 35 minutes. So I can
Okay.
imagine doing this in like 15, 20.
You know,
Got
I
me.
I should do that for like a 2022 resolution. Try to do my drag within 45 minutes.
I learned I cannot.
Yeah, because it's like every time I do drag, I gotta try something else. So I'll find it. I'll find it. All right, guys. So we are back with another episode of Weekly Dose, where we're reviewing everything RuPaul's Drag Race season 13, and today we are down to our top 5 queens. Now, our previous episode, the queens had a roast. And Candy Muse scored her first challenge win. And sadly, Utica had to leave the competition. Now we're back in the workroom, and Candy is on cloud 9 from winning her first challenge of the season. However, there's 5 girls. Do you think that matters? Now at this point, you just winning your first challenge, and there's 5 girls left.
I think it does matter
Mm-hmm.
because is it too late to pick up steam at this point? Because you got other people who are winning 4 challenges, three
Yeah.
challenges, I think 2 challenges. It's like so they've already picked up their steam,
Mm-hmm.
already built up their reputation. So at the very end, like that's cute, but is it enough?
Right.
I don't know. I feel like at this point, it's too little, too late. It's nice, good for her, but
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I would feel the same. I feel the same way too. I'm like, it's a little too late, Mama. Unless um, you tell me right now, Simone can just leave the competition, and I'll be fine with
Which
it.
is not gonna happen.
It's not going to happen, but still, listen. I know Candy Muse can dream.
We all can dream, baby. Dream
Yes,
big.
yes. So, last week the girls were asked, "Who do you think should go home?" And all of the girls unanimously said Olivia Lux. So we're in the workroom, and Olivia Lux seems to really not be bothered by it, but yet in the confessional, she really feels like the girls is overlooking her. Do you feel like the girls are overlooking her at this point?
I do think they are because she did have some of that steam earlier in the competition. Like she won multiple challenges back to back.
Mm-hmm.
She's proven to be fashionable on the runway. I do think that the queens are overlooking her because she is such a newer queen, and because I think also she's sweet. You know, if she was a little edgy or sassy, or if she wasn't as sweet, maybe they would view her more as a threat. But because she's so sweet, they probably easily brush her under the rug, overlook her, and don't even think about her.
Yeah, I feel like they're overlooking her too. I don't know if it's because she's a new queen, because she's the first queen to back 2 challenge wins. I mean, besides Simone, you know,
Mhm.
once all 13 queens got together, she was the first girl to win 2 wins back to back. So at this point, if I was in a competition, I would still keep a look eye out for Olivia.
Same.
Yeah, especially since she sent home Denali. Yeah, girl. I'm like,
That I'm still gagged by that personally. Like I truly thought Olivia was gonna go home that week, so I was gagged. But it just proves that Olivia is a strong competitor,
exactly, exactly. She sent home one of my top 4 girls I wanted to be in the
right?
competition. So the queens are given they're given a main challenge this week, and their main challenge is they're doing an acting challenge. And this one is Honey, I Shrunk the Drag Quiz.
It's Hanny. Hanny.
Yes, it's Annie, I Shrunk the Drag Queens. Um, and I feel like I really like this concept. I'm not really big on their acting challenges because I am a little gay illiterate. Like some of the acting challenges they did based on gay culture, I was like, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
So this one I was very familiar with because we all seen Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yep.
And I thought this was a great concept. So the queens are um, ooh, the queens have to be assigned, not assigned roles, but they're taking turns reading the
Mm-hmm.
script and they're figuring out which role they want. And we see Simone and Candy wanting the same role. Now, if you was in the competition and another queen wanted the same role you wanted, what would you do?
You know what? I feel like I know what I would want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I would do unless I was actually in that position. It's you don't know what you do in the moment, but what I would probably want to do because of who I am as a person,
Mm-hmm.
I would let the other queen take the part, and I would say, okay, I'll just take whatever and I'll kill it. That's what I would want to do. But in the moment, I may do something different because I may really want the part, really want to fight for it.
Yeah.
I think I would probably end up. Oh, I would want to be like Simone and just say, okay, girl, you take it, and then do whatever.
I don't know. I really feel like it'll also depend on my track record. If I was in Drag Race, it would depend on my track record. Because if I'm winning 4 challenges, honey, yeah, girl, I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere, even if I fuck up. Y'all know I'm not gonna go nowhere. So you can have the role. However, if I only have 1 challenge or 2 challenge wins, mama, no, this is my role. You're not getting it. I will fight you for it. Security.
Security. That's
We,
too. I didn't think of that because this at that point in competition, your top 5, you need to have something to really stand out. So if you don't have that moment yet, and this is your chance, you got to fight for it.
Yeah.
So I didn't think about that. That's a good point.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it would depend on my track record. So hopefully I would be like, hold up, this hair's in my mouth. Hopefully I would be like, yeah, girl, you can have it, honey. I ain't going no damn where. But
Yeah. So based on that, do you think Candy was right in like sticking to her guns and picking that role there? Because her track record wasn't so great.
Honestly, I liked it. Like I said, I liked the concept. What I did not understand is why make the cast, the characters, so relatable to the queens, as because it was almost as if like y'all like it was almost as if y'all written the script around the queens themselves. I think Candy, I would have if I was Candy, I would have stuck to the role she did. She's really hilarious. She knows to turn up, she knows how to turn up her candyisms when she needs to. So I think she was fine with that. I think everyone's role was good for them, except for Olivia. I think Olivia could have something more deep.
Are we going to talk about that more in depth, or is this?
Yes, we are, and we're about to talk
Okay.
about it right now. So the queens are on set; they are rehearsing, and we know how rehearsals go. Sometimes the producers show us that the queens is fucking up and they're really doing great. Some queens are missing their lines, but we get to the runway and we get to see Honey I Shrunk the Drag Queens. And I want to say overall, this was not bad. It was one of the better ones. It's nothing like Drag Race season 2 UK. They had the best acting, I think, overall. But
so good.
So good, yes. But I would say this is probably in the top 5. Top 5.
I could agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere between 5 and 10. Like I really had to think back to all the good acting challenges, but definitely, it was up there because it was an original concept.
Yeah.
Because we've sometimes the acting challenges are kind of revisioned after another season or 2. This is a completely original acting challenge.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like for the most part, all the queens did great. At this point, we're just nitpicking because we're at our top 5. So. So let's start off with Simone. What did you think of Simone's acting?
So it's funny. I was really scared for Simone. Like during the rehearsal, she seemed to be struggling. Like she was on the front seat of that struggle bus. And the struggle bus wasn't moving either. Like she was really struggling.
Yes.
But when I actually saw the final product, because I was already nervous, I already looked at it with like a negative lens. And I thought she was okay, but I thought she was going to be in danger. So when the judges lived for it, I'm like, okay, cool, they lived for it. I'm happy. But for me, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was okay.
I don't know. I wasn't like I don't know. I would say to me, Simone is when it comes to the acting, there's something one note. Like the first episode, I was like, oh yes, she is standing out. But every acting challenge or sort of like improv challenge after that kind of been one note. Good, good nonetheless, but still sort of one note. Like I don't see anything
Mm-hmm.
above and beyond that I would seen from the last time. And so, but I felt like she did a great job, but I just felt like it was one note. Great job.
And it's funny you say that because I feel like we'll probably talk about it more, but some other queens also seem to be a little bit one note. But for me with Simone, I enjoy this particular character that she does because she does it so well.
She does.
It's you can definitely tell she's comfortable with it. She's used to it. She's familiar with it. So even though it's one note and like I've seen it before, kind of what I expect from her, she does a really good job at it.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't do such a good job.
All right, let's talk about Candy Muse role. I actually really liked her role. It would probably be the role I would want if I was these girls because it's
I can see you doing it.
Yeah. Like, you know, I thought she had the best role and I thought her acting was good, but however, I just felt like she just wasn't up to par with some of the other girls. You have to think like Simone, you know, every acting challenge. Yes, I do think she's a little one note, but she's one note good.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. And Rose, who been kicking ass damn near every week, she's also more of an act. I feel like more of the realistic actor, you know, amongst all the girls. And then Gottmik always surprises me, always.
Yeah.
So I just felt like Candy did good. It just was not up to par with the other girls, unfortunately.
You know, I love Candy. Like she makes really good TV.
She did.
And I think that's one reason why Rue kept her when she did, back when she had the lip sync with Simone weeks ago, because Candy is entertainment. Like when I think drag, when I think TV and drag, I think Candy. Like I want to watch her. So her in the acting challenge, like I enjoyed it because I enjoy Candy.
Yeah.
Like, everything you say, I agree with. Like it wasn't on the exact same level as everybody else for top 5 for an acting challenge. Like still bits that weren't as nuanced that you would get from like a Simone, you know, or a Rose.
Yeah. And I felt like also Candy really relied on her personality, which is cute in the beginning of the competition when the judges don't really know you like that. But as the judges start to get to know you, they start to see how you act in these challenges. At a certain point, they're going to get tired of it. We've seen the same Ranji. They was all hoots and hollers for Ranji in the beginning. But as the season progressed, they wanted more and more. And I feel like this one bit her in the behind. So next up, we have Rose. I thought she did very well. Not as good as I think the judges said she did, but I still think she did great.
Like her physical comedy. Like, did you notice like how she would run across the screen? Like just little things like that some people don't think about. Like the script probably just says run, so they ran. But Rose, like she makes it animated.
Yeah.
Little things like that. She really takes it a step above everybody else, in my opinion.
No, she really reminds me of, even when I've seen her lip sync, I only seen her lip sync twice on the show, but even when like how she acts in these challenges, how she presents herself in front of the judges, how she walk on the runway, I'm like, she is such a New York queen at its finest. At its finest, in the New York queen. And that's what I love about it. But she did I think she did a great job. I don't know if she did the best job, just being unbiased, but I still think she did a great job nonetheless.
I think she definitely was top 2. And we'll talk about Gottmik later, but like based upon what I saw, I could see why she, did as good as she did, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I can see it. And it's funny because I didn't like Rose at the beginning of the season. Not team Rose, but she has won me over. So like we're like now I'm team Rose. Like if she won the whole thing, I'd be good with it because she really won me over.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like Rose. And now next we got Olivia Lux. This one, she also did not do bad, but I really set high expectations for her only because, bitch, you did kind of win an improv challenge and an acting challenge back to back. So I'm expecting you to actually bag another win. So I was just surprised how I think she played it safe, and I think that's the problem.
And she did the same thing. Was it like 2 weeks ago with the branding challenge with her live drink and with the roast? It's very one note. It's like this sweet, like high pitched, like like cute thing. Like she, I don't know, that poor baby. Like she did a good job, like,
Mm-hmm.
filled the task, but it's like I it didn't move me, like I wasn't rolling on the side laughing at her.
Yeah, and I felt like her physical comedy was kind of there, but the way she was delivering her when she spoke, I'm just like, I'm not getting it.
Yeah.
So last we have Got Mick. I'm gonna say this right now. I don't see how she could not won this episode. I think she should have won this episode.
Mhm.
Her acting, she is really one of those queens that really surprised me this season. Cause I seen that first lip sync challenge. I'm a big Lindsay Lohan girl, Disney type of time, and I was like, "This is horrible. This is disrespectful to me." And just seeing her progress through the season, I was like, "Damn, she is killing
She's
it,
fierce.
fierce." And
Yes.
I feel like she checks every box. She can do she can act, she can do comedy, she can. Her runways is sick. I'm like, damn, this bitch. She said, "Yeah, I'm coming here to win, mama."
She did. And in the challenge, easily she was top two. Like her and Rose were right there.
Mm-hmm.
And Mick, like the sneezing thing, like like just the way she was doing stuff was cool. I also feel she can sometimes be one note as well, another like one note queen.
Mm-hmm.
Like Simone, it's nuanced. So it's a step above, like Olivia, who's one note, but it's like down here. So like Mick and Simone are right here with their one note, but it's so good and nuanced. Olivia is a little bit lower.
Yeah, yeah. And I thought
Got Mick,
her
she was funny.
hilarious, and she was another one who physical comedy. She just went over the top with it. I loved it. Like when she
Yes,
said,
I
"Get off
agree.
me, you pussy." I was hollering. It was funny.
We don't do the puss.
Yes, we don't do the. And I found it hilarious. So and if you notice, like when Candy was like hitting her with the cat paw, I mean, she could have just sat there, but she was like, "No, let me make this funny." She was kind of
Exactly.
Candy what to do too, and I thought that was pretty smart for
Yeah.
her. Mm-hmm. Alrighty, so now we are on the runway, and this is one of my favorite parts of any Drag Race episode is the runways. And category is hot pockets. I think that's what it was. Pockets.
Yeah, halt, like it's supposed to be like couture, halt pockets.
Like, didn't say pockets, bitch. Pockets. We all know what you're talking about. Pockets. So I want to ask if you could do pockets as a runway challenge, what would you do? Like what theme, what direction would you take, you think?
Because I would want to challenge myself and do something different the judges wouldn't expect. Because I don't consider myself to be like a campy queen. Would do something very campy. I would be a hot pocket. I will come out there with like some pizza dripping on the sides. I will come out with like some pepperoni or something and like me and some breading.
Oh yeah.
Like a little microwave fascinator. Like I would be a hot pocket.
I think that's so smart, except for the producers will not allow that because hot pockets is a trademark. So you guys say something like stop pockets or something. I don't know. That's smart. I said I would do also a play on words, and I would do a pocket full of money type of look, where my whole outfit is just pockets. I don't know, like something an interesting silhouette, but just pockets of money. Like you fold up. I don't know.
I hear you.
Now that you said, I'd rather do the hot pocket. So if I ever go in Drag Race and they do, I'm like, I'm just saying, I'm taking it.
Go for it.
All right, so let's get into these runways and let's judge the girls on what they have. So first up, we have Simone in this punk hair. First of all, I really didn't get punk except for the hair, but in this Simone in a pocket look, which I'll be honest, I did not get until she said it.
Mhm.
My eyes immediately went to the zipper.
Yeah.
So it was okay.
I I got it right away, and I loved it. It was so clean. And like this is one of the things, like for me with certain runways, you don't always have to have a ton of stones. You don't always have to have like crazy designs.
Hmm.
Had a very simple concept. It was it wasn't heavily designed, but it was just done so well. Like you can do simple and do it really good. And I think that's what she did.
I mean, it was to me. It was I ain't really like it like that compared to her other outfits.
Mm-hmm.
If I would have done, Simone in a pocket, I would have exaggerated the pocket shape just above her
I see you.
a little
Yeah.
bit more. Um, I don't know. I would done that. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it as much. And then when she started talking about, the punk Reggie, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm. That didn't really fit, to be honest.
yeah, I didn't fit. I'm like, just the hair fitted with that, but okay.
But I think she looked great. Like, here's a question. Do you think though that that was a top 5 worthy runway?
Of the season?
No, for her, for like now she's in the top 5 at this point. Is
Mhm.
that runway worthy of being in a top 5?
No.
Like, and I agree. Like that to me is like week 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But like for top 5, like that's what you pull out.
Yeah.
I loved it, but
yeah. I think what it is that, and I see this with some, other queens in different seasons, is that, the queens, they got to pack a lot of outfits for a lot of categories, and not all the
yeah.
categories, hit Drag Race, hit the television.
Mhm.
So I just feel like they also randomize it too. So I just feel like
That's
she got
true.
lucky with all to me, her best outfits are in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one was okay for me. I wasn't excited like about it as I'm usually am about her outfits.
Hmm.
And so the next one we have is Olivia in this diamond look. I got it. I actually like, would I wear it? Yes, not for Drag Race, but I did like it. I liked the concept. I'm like, oh my gosh, a diamond because of the shape of it. Like, duh.
Hmm.
So I thought that was pretty
Yeah.
smart.
She always looks gorgeous in that
Mhm.
outfit. Like, if that were my size, can I buy it? Like, it was so pretty. But I didn't quite get pockets. Like, I saw she had her hand in the pockets, but it's like, that was it. Like, I wanted a little bit more, just for the theme of the runway, but the outfit by itself, gorgeous.
Yeah. It's crazy. I feel like if she didn't have her hands in the pockets, I'm like, oh, but I feel like she also knows, she's like, this is not pocket, it's not standing out enough, so I need to make it stand out by it. And so
Yeah.
she put her hands in her pocket. I was like, that's smart. I get it. It's cute. And also, as a drag queen, many of our outfits do not have pockets in it at all, which is annoying to me. I am saying that, and I have a whole custom outfit with no pockets.
Yeah.
So I appreciate pockets whenever
Yeah.
because we don't have them. So next up we have Candy Muse. I want to hear. That's all I'm gonna say. I just want to hear. I actually liked it to hear. Everything else to me was a no.
This
I
was a no.
Yeah, I felt I knew where she was going, and I thought it was smart where she was going. The problem is it was too much on the pockets themselves.
Mm-hmm. Like for me specifically, there was no real silhouette to it. It was just she had on a mesh full of pockets. Like it just, and it was different textures, and it was for me, it was just so off the mark.
Mm-hmm.
I did not enjoy it. The hair was cute.
Yeah, I felt like I didn't mind the shape. I really didn't mind the shape because I don't think everything needs like a silhouette all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like the pockets. I feel like if she would have kept it like, did you see the Nolly's look? What she would have wore if she did pockets?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
I felt like she should have did that route. Like just put the pockets on there and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't put stuff in it. Don't put a lot of stuff on it because then she lost me with that.
Yeah.
But also the hair, because of that, I just kept looking at the hair, which I really did like the hair. I did.
And then me being the judge connoisseur that I am, because I get Drag Race paychecks to judge runway.
Okay. Sponsored. I don't know what y'all talking about.
At this point in a top 5 of the competition,
Mm-hmm.
the littlest things should be perfected.
Right.
I'm thinking. Did you see her ripped tights in the back when she turned around and like her right inner butt cheek area, like there was just all these rips in her tights?
Saw the tights, they were ripped. No, I did not see that. I wasn't paying attention to when I tell you I really didn't like the outfit, and because I didn't, I looked at the hair. I just looked at the hair and the makeup.
You didn't even look at the outfit.
I was like, I'm done with the outfit. This is a no-go for me. And no.
Yeah, but I saw those ripped tights and I'm like, I that was it. That was the nail in the coffin for me. I was like, nope, this is done.
I always tell myself, if I get on Drag Race, I'm going to have to spend damn near $200 in tights, because I'll be damned to go up there in the same tights, and if they rip, Lord knows I don't have to dance to a dancing number, lip sync to a dancing number. I know they're going to get ripped. So yeah.
That's the thing, like, have extra tights with you. I mean, but honestly, we don't know her situation. Maybe she did have extra tights, but they also got ripped. Or maybe they were ripped literally as she was walking on the runway. Like, I don't know the situation. It's just something that I saw in the moment and I was like, oh.
You was doing a Michelle?
Yeah.
All right, so our next girl is Rose. I like this look. I don't like the hair much with it, because if you're gonna do 60 mods, that hair doesn't go with that at all. I wish you did a more 60s hairstyle. Also, the makeup was just too bland for me. Now, I shouldn't critique on makeup because my makeup is not there yet, but it's getting there because this eye shape is sickening.
You look stunning, girl. Womana. That blend.
Okay, look, get into it, you guys.
Yes.
But I felt like, yeah, the makeup to me wasn't as 60s, and the hairstyle wasn't as 60s. If you're going to really focus on the fact that it was from the 60s, then I would like a 60s hairstyle and makeup look.
I agree. Like, in particular with the makeup, to have like the really heavy eyeliner, like that really black and like the spidery type lashes, like that's very 60s. And like if you had Candy's wig, but just all black or all blonde, like that asymmetrical bob, even that would have been more 60s. But that hair just didn't quite match.
The hair was very 2000s.
Yeah. And the outfit itself, I love, because again, it's very simple. Like it's truly black and white with pockets, the end.
Yeah.
But it was done so well, in my opinion, like so good. It's clean and neat.
Yeah, I enjoyed the outfit itself. I just felt like the hair and the makeup was a little, brought it down just a little bit. And then our last queen. This is why she should have won this challenge, because this bitch is not only sickening in fashion, but is super, super clever. I would have never thought of what the concept she did. We have got Mick in this. She was referencing Hercules. So when she said it, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. And she's I forgot what they call those people.
A flasher.
A flasher. She was a flasher trying to sell watches, and then her dress was made out of chains and watches and stuff like that. I had enough. This is perfection.
Truly perfection. That was the runway of the night.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. Like that should have put her over the edge to win. It truly, it was so close between her and Rose. For me anyway, but like her outfit alone was stunning. Her face is always beat. Love the shoes, everything. Like the tiny details, what I looked for, she had. Like she had it.
And I was telling someone this the other day when I got done watching Drag Race. She did a black wig because she's trying to be undercover. I thought it was so smart to do black. And she didn't do an updo. I thought, because I'm thinking like in the 1920s, right? You wouldn't wear a blonde wig and you're trying to be a flasher. You wouldn't wear a vibrant wig. She did black.
I didn't think of that.
I was like, this bitch is just, who? I don't know. She's making up these concepts or someone's helping her. But listen, I want y'all on my team. Because this is, This is definitely, in my opinion, one of the top 3 outfits of the season, in my personal
I
opinion.
agree.
Because it was that good. So we are done with the runway, and I think we agree that Gottmik has the best look.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
I think we're going to agree that Candy Muse had the least favorite look.
Without question, I agree.
So the queens get their critiques, and we basically find out that Simone, Rose, and Gottmik did really well, and of course, it's not without a doubt, Olivia Lux and Candy Muse will be our bottom 2 queens of the week. So we find out that Rose won the challenge. I personally think unbiasedly, I think it should have went to Gottmik, but I'm happy for Rose.
Same.
So, and so our bottom 2 queens are Olivia Lux and Candy Muse, and they are lip syncing to "Strong Enough" by Cher, which I could not tell I heard before, but I actually really liked the song. So wait, so I heard the song after Drag Race. I looked it up, downloaded it, listened to it. Yeah, I like the Drag Race version better when they do all the cuts. Usually I don't like that, but this one I did. I thought it was a great song to lip sync to. I would have loved to lip sync. I would like to lip sync against someone to that song. Because I personally think I would have did better than both of them. But
she said it.
I think I did. I think I would have. I think I would have done better than both of them. Just saying.
I love it.
Just saying.
Oh my goodness.
But based on the lip sync, who do you think did the better job?
In the lip sync by itself?
Oh yeah, in the lip sync by itself.
By itself, I feel like Olivia did better.
Really? I have to disagree. I think Candy whooped her ass. And it's crazy because I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I do like track record. I think track record is something, I'm just traditional like that. Your track record everything. And I felt like just based on the track record, Olivia should be able to advance to the top 4, especially since Candy Muse was supposed to go home like weeks prior.
Yeah.
So it did come down to the lip sync. You know how it goes. It did come down to the lip sync. I just felt like Candy did the better job. Like I liked it. The New York, I called it the New York thing.
They're both New York girls, actually.
Yeah, you know how New York girls do. They everything. They killing it, and they add like a little bit of comedy always into their performances. Like when she looked at her and he threw the shade.
And I think that's why he, did well in the lip sync because of those comedic moments.
And I felt like there was times where Olivia was lip syncing, and Olivia would try to throw shade at Candy during the lip sync because I would do the same thing, like, But I felt like sometimes she fell into what Candy was doing. Like Candy, sometimes knew what Olivia was going to do. But I feel like Candy won this lip sync fair and square, personally, to me. But we get done the lip sync and we find out that Candy Muse is advancing to the top 4. I personally would have rather have Olivia. I still love Candy Muse, but unfortunately, Olivia Lux let's be honest, our Miss Congeniality.
If she doesn't win Miss Congeniality, I'm calling a rig.
You know what? I think it needs to be, because I don't think the top 4 can do Miss Congeniality.
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Yeah, I Olivia or LaLa Ri.
I was gonna say the exact same 2 people.
Olivia or LaLa Ri. I can also see it going to Tamisha Iman if the fans got a chance to vote.
I could see that.
Yeah, but I really think
I would also say Denali. Like, if the fans got a chance to vote, that is.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, definitely. But I would say if I was on the cast, it would definitely be between Olivia and LaLa Ri. I'll probably go with LaLa Ri because Olivia is a diva.
Undercover diva.
Undercover diva, that's what they called her, undercover diva. But yeah, so Olivia Lux, she has to sashay away, and it's so sad to see her go because she is a newer queen. I was rooting for her. She was part of my top 4 fantasy, and she didn't make it. So
I felt really sad because she did do so well, but I see why she didn't advance.
Right, me too.
Because she was kind of stalling, if that makes sense. And like Candy was peaking. So maybe her win last week did her well.
Yeah.
You know?
Really?
So honestly, either one could have stayed or gone. It would have been a toss-up for me.
Okay. No, Candy would have to stay because that lip sync, I was like, yeah, girl. Yeah, girl. She said, I'm not going nowhere. You want strong enough? I'm right here, baby. So we have our top 4. Now, let me ask you this. In the beginning, was this a top 4 you envisioned?
No.
No. Who was your top 4 originally?
My top 4 would have been Simone, Joey J. Now I'm talking about beginning, like, you talking about promos? You're talking like the first 2 or 3 episodes.
No, we're talking about from the very beginning, the moment we know who the cast are.
From the moment we know who the cast are, my top 4 would have been Simone, Joey J, Candy Muse, and Olivia Lux.
Okay. Got Mick, her address? You want her address, Got Mick? She didn't believe in you. So no. Okay, so what about after a couple episodes in?
After episodes in, still Simone. Got Mick. She pulled up into that top 4.
Yep.
Still Olivia Lux, and then Denali.
So my top 4, I ain't really do off the promos, but after a couple episodes, I would say after the first 2 episodes, let's start there. The first 2 episodes. I did not give a damn if I felt like Denali was going to be the girl, and it was just based off of the promos and the Meet the Queen. I told him, I'm like, Denali's going to be the girl to send everyone's favorites home. She's going to be the lip sync assassin of the season, which she's not. But after the first 2 episodes, I wanted Denali in the top 4 because of the performance only. I don't care if she doesn't win at all, but she is by far, to me, in my personal opinion, one of my favorite performers to come out of the Drag Race series.
Yes.
So I would love to see her perform. So she was in my top 4. Tina Burner was also in my top 4 because, let's be honest, Tina Burner is the whole package. I don't know what the hell got into her this season. But yeah, I do feel like she has all the qualities to take the crown. Olivia Lux, I'm be honest, based off her promo, because her promo look was sickening. And I really connected with her.
Yeah.
And Rose. And
it took me so long to get on the Rose train.
I think what it was for me that made me fall in love, because initially I didn't even know she was there doing the promos and all that stuff. But I think that first episode, I don't care no one say it. Everyone says Olivia should have won. I think Rose ate her up and then spit her out and then ate her up again in that lip sync. That's just me though. So I felt bad. I'm like, damn, bitch. And then her against her, her and Denali, I do think overall, I
felt bad.
Denali did win the lip sync fair and square, but I do feel like Rose did a better job in the runways and the challenge. And then you see her in all these other episodes where she's just like this close to winning. And so I quickly fell in love with her. So the fact that she won this week's challenge, I think it should have went to Got Mick, but listen, I'll let the judges be right this time.
You'll let the judges be right.
So at this point, who do you want to snatch that crown?
It's so close. Honestly, not Candy. That's my answer.
You know what? I agree too. And I know everyone's talking about oh my God, I love the top 3 of All-Star. Well, let's exclude All-Stars. Like, I love the top 3 of season 12. I thought that was one of the corniest top 3s. I hated season 12 personally. I thought it was trash. Listen, even without the allegations, all that stuff, I still feel like the season was pretty trash. It was I don't know, is neck to neck with season 7 to me. To me personally. However, this season I feel like this is one of the strongest top 3 we have seen in a while.
And I agree.
We saying top 3. I'm so sorry, Candy. We don't even know if you're going to win the
But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
But
So I can see it going. You know, I believe Simone is going to win. I want Rose to win. I am personally team Rose. However, I can also see Got Mick snatching it. Got Mick checks every box off. Yes, she has 2 wins, but she checks every box. So I really think it's going to depend on the lip sync.
You know, you're right. Like, I feel like Simone, obviously, in general, the best track record.
Yeah, best. Yeah.
And I would love for her to win solely because we've never had a winner in a US version of the show who's had to lip sync more than once. So I think she would be breaking a record if she did that, if she ended up winning. With Rose, she really is a talented bitch. Like Simone has proven herself, has a track record. Rose is talented, but I feel like the importance of this title belongs to Got Mick. So because of that, any one of those 3 could take it and it would be well deserved.
I definitely agree. But listen, I just don't want it. No triple crowns, no double crowns. It's going to be the other 2. We will see you in All Stars. So
yeah.
But yeah, so we have our top 4 queens. We have Got Mick. We have Olivia. Sorry, not Olivia.
She just went home, girl.
We have Candy Muse, Simone, and Rose. Tune in next week for my special guest next week wow, I'm getting my words mixed up. As we discuss another episode of Drag Race season 13. And I want to give a very, very special thanks to my good Judy. Heavens to Betsy. I am so proud of you. You are taking Philadelphia by storm.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
And thank you for inviting me. Like, I'm sorry it took so long to get here. It's been a busy week, but thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. All right, guys, until next time, I will see you. Bye.